Got a minute? Let's talk about... So I'd like to think that through 20 plus reviews, I've established that I can take a movie at face value, but just as a reminder, I did recommend the movie Rampage, albeit in a review where I was dragging Skyscraper. The reason I was so hard on Skyscraper is the same reason I'm going to be hard on the Meg. It takes itself way too seriously. Unlike Skyscraper, there are intentionally schlocky moments in the Meg, some of which I suspect were the product of reshoots, but they're mixed in with some of the most dour, boring, poorly written moments of exposition since, well, Skyscraper. It takes entirely too long to get to the good stuff, and while I will admit that I enjoyed the third act payoff, getting there was a slog. On the positive side, the acting was mostly fine, which is to say the actors did what they could to not look too stupid. The CGI is actually pretty decent, and the cinematography by frequent Clint Eastwood collaborator Tom Stern is excellent. Unfortunately, those things just aren't enough to save this film from the script's inconsistent tone. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you're going to go for schlock, really go for it. Stop trying to make obvious B movies into summer tentpole franchise starters. This could have been a fun movie. No, this should have been a fun movie, but for me, it was a drag.
Ahem. My colleague could not be more wrong about the Meg if he tried. The reason the Meg works is because it doesn't take itself very seriously. There's very little attempt at character development for anyone but the essential characters, and when it does get going, it hits a home run for the type of campy, absurd action pieces you want from the movie. Just because this is a B-movie does not mean it has to spend literally no time doing anything else. Most great B-movies you remember at least make a faint effort towards character development. To me, the Meg strikes the right balance of giving you a few characters you care about, some you absolutely don't, and then unleashing a giant shark on all of them. I do have a criticism though, and it's one I'm normally loath to level at any movie, but here it goes. This should have been rated R. As silly as some of the sequences later become, it would have been helped even more if they had gone even further over the top with them, in much the same way Piranha 3D did years ago. Ultimately, the Meg does what it says it was going to. It has a badass Jason Statham fight a giant prehistoric shark to the death. That's all I wanted or needed from it, and I don't understand why anyone would need anything more.